Hello everyone, this is Meg at Chasing Retro. I'm coming to you with a Grabie or Grabie unboxing today and some news about their craft box subscriptions. Starting this year, they're starting to offer 3-month and 6-month subscription plans, which instead of just buying one box at a time per month, you can sign up for a subscription plan and save up to 26%. So I will put the link to their website in my description box, as well as the link to this particular box, which is the April box, which is available right now through the end of the month, I believe. And the theme is very nostalgic, historical, and when they reached out to me to see if I would like to review the box and its contents, when I first saw it, it immediately made me think of my Anne of Green Gables journal series that I have coming up, and I thought, wow, this is perfect for items that I can use in the ephemera for those journals. So absolutely, yes, please send me a box, and they did. So let me share with you what's inside. And then at the end of the video, stay tuned because I'll show you a couple of projects that I make using the ephemera. I think I'm going to do that today. So I'll just go ahead and blend the two videos together once I have that done. Their presentation is always so beautiful. The April box is called Vintage Reverie. And it says it's all about timeless elegance, Victorian glamour, lots of lace, clocks, and butterflies. And the tissue paper is always keep worthy as well. I've used it to wrap Happy Mail in the past, so I will not rip it. I will just cut it open so that I can save it. And there's usually a little card that tells you exactly what's in here. Let's see if I can locate that first. Well, if it's in here, it's buried. So let's just start pulling things out one at a time and look at them. Vintage World Charm, 30 single-sided patterned papers. Oh, these are pretty. They kind of have a distressed or a deckled edge to them. And it looks like there's several of each pattern. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 3 of each pattern maybe. And a beautiful lilac purple. Like the stripe a lot. I haven't decided what color theme I'm going to use for the Anne of Green Gables journals. I may not do a color theme. I may just do a theme and have all sorts of Victorian type colors and prints. So this would actually work well if I decide to go that route. Very nice. Actually, I think I'm going to leave these out of the envelope so I can go ahead and disperse them where they go. Okay. Boudoir Window, 10 single-sided pattern papers. These feel more like cardstock. They're very thick. Oh, I see. Some of them are translucent. Look at this. Very interesting. I don't think these are stickers. I think these are actual, acrylic die cuts. They're very thick. I can't really describe to you how they're extremely slippery, but I love that. And they all look different. So there's 5 translucents and 5 opaques, but they have a very pearlized finish to them. Very pretty. These might be a little bit too fancy for my Anne of Green Gables journals. I know their house was not this exquisitely decorated. However, I will be able to use these in future journals, such as I've been wanting to do just a general princess themed journal, not necessarily Disney, but princess royalty themed. That would be kind of fun to do using these. All right, we have a little butterfly pen, which is adorable. I may have to just put this on a purse. It's enameled and it has different shades of orange and peach and then some lavender. Very pretty. Oh, it says if you collect them, you get a gift card. Okay, so I guess every box this year comes with a different pen. I kind of like that better than the puzzle piece, which they did in the past, because this is very useful by itself. This, I didn't even look at it. Gilded Flowers stickers. These are probably translucent stickers, or transparent rather. Very nice. There's a holographic gold foil on here as a little embellishment, and the flowers are a beautiful reddish orange blend, almost watercolor-like. There's a poppy. Very nice. Those are fun. I don't have any like that. Magical Mirror Paper Collection 10 single-sided pattern papers. These feel a little more like cardstock also. So these bags are vellum. They always put their stuff in vellum bags, and they have their name on there, of course, but you can totally cut the name off, cut the panel off of the back and the front and use it in ephemera. I've done that before. Oh, they actually have mirrors on them. That's neat. It's like a, almost like a vinyl. And then it's got the gilded frame. That is neat. I didn't expect them to be actual mirrors. They are cardstock-like. Vintage Vignette Sticker Collection. And these just look like antique type house contents, like chairs, and here's a harp and a lantern, phonograph, fireplace. Yeah, these will be useful in the Anne of Green Gables. Maybe not this one. The chest of drawers with the crackle finish. Several clocks, so I'll have to save some of these for my clocks and time journals that I have a folder going for. I wonder if these are all different. That's pretty. Very cool. Very cozy. Very Victorian and very gentlemanly like you would expect some of these things to be in a gentleman's library or a smoking room. There's a hand mirror, another mirror, a clock. We have a little bit of repeat. I see a few things that are doubles, but still pretty cool. Here's one of their stickers. This says Elegant Lace Paper Collection 30 single-sided pattern papers. That came off without cutting. Okay, we have a laser cut frame, or you know, like a backer for an image or a photograph here. And then these are just thin papers with lace designs on them. Definitely will be useful for the Anne of Green Gables journals and other themes coming in the future. I like that. Blossom Flower of Time, 30 single-sided pattern papers. This is a really pretty envelope. It's very magical color blending. Okay, these look like, I don't think they're stickers. It said papers. They're just translucent papers with different color prints on them. So you could use these to embellish a belly band. I'm thinking clusters for these. Probably even cut them apart and use pieces of them, because you don't necessarily want the words on a lot of the things that I make unless the words go with my journal theme. I like that they have white in here as well. That's very pretty. Flower Mania stickers. Lots of flowers coming up, y'all. Oh. We have, these are lovely. These will be great, honestly, in the spring journals that I'm making for my last 2 spring journal customers, including that one. That is adorable. And then we have, oops, I hate it when they get stuck together. We have a leaf, we have a little cotton blossom. This is a dogwood, which is also awesome for spring. Teacups with flowers in it. And these are staticky. Some dried hydrangeas and daisies. Calla lily. Very pretty. I like this little hydrangea right here. There's a little pop of red here and there, but for the most part, these are very neutral in whites and pale yellows and creams. Victorian Elegant stickers. These are the little ladies that I thought looked like the era of fashion from Anne of Green Gables. Again, maybe a little fancy for her where she lives, and because of the fact she's a young girl. But you know, there were other ladies in the town, so maybe I'll use this to represent Rachel Lynde or something. I like that one. Very elegant. Very pretty. She's pretty. She has her hair down, so it's a little different. That one's beautiful. That looks like who Anne wished she could look like. But her red hair and freckles in her mind prevent her from ever doing so. I can relate, Anne. So cool, though. I just think this kit came at the perfect time for when I'm starting to source for these journals. I don't know how many I'm going to make yet. I already have 2 people who want one, so I guess it depends on how much I find in my stash that I've been saving. All right, these, I didn't even look at these. This says cardstock stickers, so they're like thickers. And they're textured, like a linen texture. And there's lots of little elements in here. There's fans, lanterns. These are cool. I love that they're punched out, like they're laser cut, die cuts, if you will, stickers. They're not just on the transparent sheet. They actually have holes in them. I think that's cool. I love this chair. Dressing table. That looks kind of French to me. A little grinder. Bird cage. Violin. Another cool chair. Feathers, keys, and from a very different era, a very fancy carriage. That looks more like Marie Antoinette, which would also be a very fun journal to make, would it not? I watched a flip through someone did of one a long time ago, and I was just in awe of it. I didn't look at this either. Butterfly garden, transparent and paper stickers. So there's a blend in here. Lots of pink. Oh man, if you like butterflies, here you go. All different sizes and shapes of pink butterflies. I love these. They're like almost like fabric prints or wallpaper print butterflies. This one didn't get punched out all the way. And I love these too. These are cool. This is wonderful. These will be so fun, not only for embellishing pages, but using in clusters. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking when I look at these, is Cluster City right here. 7-color ink pad. This looks very retro. I don't think it was put in here for the packaging. I think it was the coloring. Maybe it's a rust, sort of a rust blend of colors. Let's look. I don't think I have a more than one color in one ink pad in my stash. I've been wanting one. Here we go. Oh, okay. I don't think it's, I thought it was going to be the ombre, but it is lots of different colors. And then we have, oh look, I don't have one of these brushes, y'all. These makeup type brushes. So this will be for distressing the edges or the fronts of images with these warm colors. I'll have to try this. I'm assuming this is also a stamp pad because there's 6 here and a big sepia colored one at the top. I'm curious. This doesn't seem to be super airtight, so I'm wondering if it will, how long it will be before it dries out. Don't know. All right, there's always an envelope at the bottom with more goodies in it, and these are totally reusable for ephemera storage. Still didn't get the info card. I think that's maybe an oversight because I always get one when I order these. We have some washi tape and some clear tape with a lace border. Very pretty. And then we have a little notebook. It looks like a vintage book. Oh, it's graph paper. My husband may want this. He loves graph paper, small notebooks. Of course, he would probably put something over this because it's a little girly, but he might take this for his own use. He writes in these small notebooks more than I do. I like to write in junk journals, but he likes to use these at work. But it's really cool. I like how perfectly straight the pages are cut. And then, looks like more stickers in here. Thickers, maybe. I'm just gonna cut this. All right, yeah, there are more transparent stickers of more Victorian things. Here's a cat in a little dress and a little child, like an ad of some sort. There's a lamp, a lady having tea, a frame, a dog. These look like those Victorian decoupage fussy cuts that you could buy in books. That's what it reminds me of. Very Victorian looking. Little children. And then we have some lace, doily looking stickers. And then we have some tags and die cuts. Oops. So there's Victorian, but there's also, that is way pre-Victorian. She's wearing a wig, a gray wig. So that's, it's spanning several eras of history, this kit is. Here's some paper. We have little note sheets. And some teardrop shaped paper clips. And more note sheets, brown with a doily. And then last of all, we have these. I think they punch apart. Yeah, they're just punch aparts. They look like film strip type things. We have some William Morris looking prints there. Fancy doorways, more images. These look like postal stamps. Honestly, these would be good for master boards or collage pages and clusters as well, because they're pretty thin. You wouldn't want to use it by itself. And then looks like we have some translucent pictures here. Very pretty. These almost look like scenes that you would see on a panel at a house. Maybe not her, but you know, is it the Rococo style of architecture that has the panels around the rooms with all the gold gilding. This looks like wallpaper. Very elegant. And then we have some regular paper images here. Oh, this is definitely royalty. That's pretty. Still life. Okay, so that was the vintage Reverie Grabie April Scrapbook Box. Let me know what your favorite component was. If you have any other ideas on what I can make with these things that would be for other than Anne of Green Gables, let me know. I'm also thinking that some of this could be used for if someone were to make a Titanic journal, or honestly any journal based on a work of literature set during this time would be kind of neat. All very elegant and very feminine and classy. I like it. Be back in a minute. I have created 2 tags using a lot of the elements that were in this kit from Grabie. Let me show them to you. First of all, I have a book of Anne of Green Gables, just the book without the photographs or illustrations, and so the pages are not very aged. It's not a very old book. But I grabbed it so I can pull quotes from it and use it as backdrops. So I did that on this tag. I created a tag using the first page of the chapter, Anne's apology, when she has to apologize to Marilla before she apologizes to Mrs. Lynde. And it says that she was sitting in a yellow chair. So this chair was in the scrapbook box, but it was not yellow. So I used a alcohol marker to tint it yellow. You can do that with alcohol markers, including on these transparent stickers. So that's pretty cool. And then I used some of the washi tape from the kit, and I decorated the side here, and I also put some on the back to hide a bright blue and purple design on the cardstock that I didn't want to show. This is sort of an ivory linen cardstock texture, but it had a very bright border. And then I just distress inked around the edges and around and on top of the hole reinforcer. And then I used a gold pen that I had, this one, Uniball Signo, and I used gold pen to sort of decorate the hole reinforcer, as well as to add a little bit of gold elements on the edges there. And I put some dyed lace in here. This sticker is also from the scrapbook box. I thought it looked like a gas lantern from the era hanging in her room. And this part right here says that Matthew had not been upstairs in 4 years when he helped Marilla paper the room. So I put just a little snippet of Tim Holtz wallpaper here to represent maybe the wallpaper that would have been in Anne's room. The other tag was one of those full sheets that I showed you with the lady having tea. The rest of it is right here. And I just cut this apart, and this is Diana, of course. It's not cordial because in the book they were drinking cordial out of a glass, but they probably had tea as well that day. So she's drinking tea, and I used my Wink of Stella pen to create a little bit of dazzle on the saucer and teacup. And then I used some antique lace here. I put it in the back because I didn't want it to cover up her hat. And then it was sort of flopping around, so I wanted to add some substance to it. So I just added a pink ruffle underneath that, and then I sewed it all down to the tag. This is some Tim Holtz paper here that I used as the backing. I sewed around the edges, and then this is some bronze glitter paper that I got in a Dollar Tree paper pack. And this is a quote that I cut from the book, and I inked around the edges and glued it down. And I also added a millinery flower to her hat. So this shows you just a little bit of what you can do. You don't have to use the elements in these boxes as they are, just sticking them down to a page to decorate a page. You can use your imagination and create little scenes and bring a story to life using some of these images. These were really fun to make. I look forward to making more ephemera to go in these journals and others as well using this kit. Again, I'm going to link the website below and the link to the box itself if you would like to purchase this box for yourself. And stay tuned. I am not starting on these journals yet. this just came in and I wanted to go ahead and dip my toes in the water, so to speak, of what this project is going to feel like and get my head around what more I need to try to obtain to make these journals come alive. But I thought it was a little fun project for an afternoon to see what I can make with what was in front of me today. You guys have an awesome day. See you next time.